Good morning, children. So, today's social class, I'm going to start a new lesson. Before I could tell you what kind of lesson we are going to see, I'll just give you some introduction for that lesson so that you can able to identify what kind of lesson we are going to see. Okay. So, what is this? You can see many currency notes, isn't it? Money, right? We call it as money. So, what is money? It means of paying or buying something, isn't it? Example, we use coins and currency notes. So, all these currency notes we are seeing in this picture, isn't it? Okay, if you want to buy something from shop, we use what? Money, right? Okay, next. This is what? Savings. Savings, we all do savings, isn't it? If your parents give you some money, so what you'll do? You'll just go and drop it inside the piggy bank what you have. Okay, as you're seeing in this picture, you'll be dropping each one of the coin in your piggy bank and used to save for your future use, isn't it? If you want to buy something what you like, right? Okay, savings, the amount which we do not have to use or spend, or saving money for future, what your parents are doing, right? Your parents are doing saving right now for your future plan, isn't it? Okay, next. This is what? Investment. Investment is nothing but the act of putting money in a bank, business, property, etc. For example, we can take gold, real estate, bonds, stocks, etc. Okay, so your parent may put their investment in gold, fine, or they may get some gold and keep at home or in locker. Okay, that is an investment for them, right? Or in real estate, or in purchasing any bonds or stocks. Okay, so that is called as investment. Okay, so now we would have come to a clear picture what kind of lesson we are going to see, right? Yes, we are going to see what? Money, savings and investments. So lesson 1 in economics. Fine. So this is the first lesson of economics. Fine. Before we could start the lesson, we'll just see what is economics. Would have learned in your previous class, isn't it? Economics is a study of money, business, industry, etc. So in simple, we can tell economics is a study of money. You're going to study about money in this lesson. Fine. Introduction of this lesson: money, savings and investment. So money is a fascinating subject and full of curiosity. So what is fascinating? Very attractive. Okay, to attract, money is very attractive, isn't it? Okay, it attracts everybody, right? And it is a fundamental discovery of human, okay, which made us very ease the day-to-day transactions. If you want to buy something from shop, okay, we need to take money from us so that we can go give the money and purchase something for us, isn't it? It values the goods and services. Money values the goods and services and has allowed us to store the wealth and trade in future. Okay, money is anything which is widely accepted in payments for goods or in discharge of other business obligations. This is said by Robertson. So this is said by Robertson. So what Robertson says? Money is anything which is widely accepted in payment for goods or in discharge of other business obligations. Okay, so money is accepted widely around this universe, isn't it? So without money, we can't able to get anything, right? Okay, so if you want to have any service at home, what we do? We give money and get service, fine? So many give home delivery. So for that, we are paying them money, right? If you want to get something from shop, we give money and get. Evolution of money. So evolution is nothing but we can say development or origin of money, right? The word money is derived from Roman word. Money is derived from which word? Roman word. So that is what? Moneta juno. So Roman word moneta juno. So money is derived from which word? Roman word called moneta juno. The Indian rupee is derived from Sanskrit. Okay. So Indian rupee is derived from which language? Sanskrit language. Okay. Word rupiah, which means silver coin. Sanskrit word. The Indian rupee is derived from Sanskrit word called rupiah. Okay, Sanskrit word called rupiah, which means what? Silver coin. So rupiah means silver coin. So our Indian rupee is derived from this language, Sanskrit word. Okay. Okay. Today we use paper notes, coins as money, isn't it? Many paper notes has come. Okay, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 500 rupees, 2000 rupees notes, isn't it? Again, and we use many kinds of coins such as 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, and even 10 rupees we have seen, right? Okay. The earliest and primitive stages, barter system. So primitive is nothing but in ancient stages they have used barter system. Okay. We'll see what the barter system is. So this is the picture what you can see in the book, in your ebook, page number 215. Okay. During the ancient time, barter system, okay, was like this. Goods and services are traded in exchange for other goods. So you can see in this picture, okay, they are bringing something from their home to get something for their home, right? So they don't deal with money here. They deal with only goods. See, here also we can see barter system. So one is giving banana. So one is having banana and one is having books. So if you want books, you have to give your banana to them and you have to get books, right? A boy is having books there and a girl is having bananas. Okay, they'll be exchanging the goods what they are having. You can see many having different goods in the previous behind the picture, right? Next, barter system. We'll see what is barter system, right? In simple and brief, we'll see. Barter system is exchanging goods for goods without the use of money in the primitive stage. In the early stages, what they did, they exchanged goods for goods. So without using what? Money. Okay, before the invention of money, they used barter system to get something. So what they have to go and give that to others to get what they need. Okay, so exchanging goods for goods without the use of what? Money. Okay, and it's an old method of exchange. So this is the very oldest method of exchanging or purchasing, we can tell. Okay, this system has been used for centuries and long before money was invented. So for centuries this barter system has been involved or it has been used before the money was invented. People exchanged goods and services for other services and goods in return. If the people want some services, what they have to do? They have to exchange the service to them. Fine. If you, for example, if you want something to happen, if you want something, some services at your home, okay, so you'll be calling anybody else to do that and you'll be giving money, right? So in olden days, they won't give money. Instead, they will do some services back to them. Fine. That is what they did. Next, the value of bartering items can be negotiated with other parties. So they can negotiate. Okay. Next, it doesn't involve money. So barter system doesn't involve money at all. And next, so hence barter system had many deficiencies. We'll see what are the deficiencies we had or disadvantages. Okay, barter system had few disadvantages also. Okay, first one is lack of double coincidence of wants. What is lack of double coincidence of wants? Okay, if you want something, okay, you take banana and go to the shop. Okay, and you want book, as you saw in the picture. I'm telling the same example. Okay, as you want book and you're having only banana, you're taking to shop, so you have to go give the banana to get the book. So you won't be having books there. Instead of books, you can find some other products over there. So lack of coincidence. Okay, if you want something, that shop should have that same product. Okay, the shop should have the books also. If the shop doesn't have the book, you have to search for the some other shop. So here lack of double coincidence of wants. So both the sides, there is lack of double coincidence. Fine. Then for example, we can take, if your friend wants pencil from you, okay, and you're having rubber, okay, so if he wants pencil, if you don't have pencil to give to him, what you'll do? There is double coincident of fonts, isn't it? Okay, next one, common measures of value. Okay, for a pencil, you can't able to get a sack of rice. Okay, by giving a pencil, you can't get a sack of rice because the measurement is differing here, isn't it? Next, invisibility of commodities. If you want to buy something from the shop, you can't able to find it there. So what happened? Your commodity is getting invisible over there. Fine. And next one, difficulties of storing wealth. Sometimes you can't able to store the wealth with you and go and get something. For example, if you're having fruits with you and if you want rice, you can't able to store the fruits for longer days because that will spoil, isn't it? So some of the products can't be stored for future or for longer time. Okay, some of the major stages through which money has evolved are as follows. Okay, commodity money, metallic money, paper money, credit money, near money, and recent forms of money. So there are many forms of money after the barter system. Okay, after the barter system, the money has evolved. Okay, commodity money, metallic money, paper money, credit money, near money, and recent forms of money. So these are the important forms of money what we are going to see in this lesson. Okay, money has evolved through different stages according to time, place, and circumstances. Okay, we'll see what are they. So first one is commodity money. In the earliest period of human civilization, any commodity that was generally demanded and chosen by common consent was used as money. Okay, so in early civilization, what happened? Any commodity that was generally demanded. So if you want something, for example, if you want wheat, that is generally demanded by the people, okay, and chosen by common consent was used as money. Okay, if wheat is much more demanded, okay, that wheat was considered as a money. Okay, that is commodity money. Goods like furs, skins, salt, rice, wheat, utensils, weapons, etc. were commonly used as money. So these were the different kinds of monies used during ancient period. Okay, commodity money. Goods like what? Furs, skins, salt, rice, wheat, utensils, weapons, etc. were used as money commonly. Okay, such exchange of goods for goods was known as what system? Barter system or barter exchange. Okay, commodity money we have finished. Second one is what? Metallic money. With progress of human civilization, commodity money changed into metallic money. So later on, human civilization has processed, okay, changed. What happened? They changed the money into metallic money. Metallic money likes what? Gold, silver, copper, etc. were used as they could be easily handled and their quantity can be easily ascertained. Okay, it was the main form of money throughout the major portion of recording history. So later, after commodity money, what came? Metallic money came. What a metallic money? What kind of money they used? They used gold, silver, copper, and etc. Okay, so this is the history of money. Yes. The precious metals, especially gold, silver, bronze, were used for metallic money. Okay. The standard weight and fineness of metal, particularly gold and silver, with a seal on it, became medium of exchange. Okay, we can see metallic money picture here. Okay, what we can see? We can see a picture over there. Fine. We can see a seal on it. Okay, a coin which has a seal. Okay, and fineness. Okay, it will be having a proper weight. Okay, and fineness of metal, with particularly in gold and silver. Okay, and it will consist of what? Seal, and that they were used as medium of exchange. See, we can see Here Mauryan empires, coins, okay, Karsha Panas, Delhi Sultan, okay, Delhi Sultan coin they have given 2, Mauryan they have given 2, okay, Tanka Sher Shah Suri, okay, next one Sher Shah Suri coin, and next one is Maurya, fine. So these are the different kinds of coins. Okay children, we'll just stop up to this. Okay, from next class we'll start from this history of coins. Thank you children, and I'll give you the assignments. Do it. Thank you.